Salim, I'm going to jump over to you. Do you have a question for these gentlemen? Anything?
The thing that I was fascinated by when I saw MetaBlox is all the other use cases you could add to it, right? Like, could you have people report problems and then get the city involved in solving those problems, et cetera, et cetera? There's all these other layers. Have you guys considered that? And if you have, when might we see that? We also have a question from Michael Friebe as to when will you expand to other geographies like Europe and especially here in Italy, he says, where clearly he's based. He's like, when can I have it? So
Yep.
2 questions for you.
Yeah, so the first one is, I think in the long run, our unique value positioning is that we want to be the dominant basic address that connects anything digital to a physical address. So if people have NFTs, they have digital assets, all those things, we can connect that to our NFT blocks, which is the location, and that makes the location more vibrant. So when people visit the location, they can experience it via AR, they can check different things. And so that includes opening up to, Salim, what you're talking about, other things that are happening in the real world being stored on it and having a public ledger for the record. All the things that happened to this location in the past, regardless of its crime or problems being solved, improvements, that public ledger could be there too. We don't have a timeline for any of that because we don't want to drown in our dreams. We want to just take it one step at a time. And this
we specialize in drowning in dreams.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah, that's the thing. Like you have 1,000 ideas, but you only have 1 second at a time. So yeah, and also that leads to the second part of the question, which is when are we expanding? I think right now, again, we're double down on the memories and moments creation experience. So we're going to be focusing on an app that doubles down on that. But we're taking signals. So if we see a lot more memories appearing in a region, like in Europe or whatnot, we're like, okay, there's a lot of people in this community who care about memory. They're creating memories. Then let's open this up and create these NFT blocks for this area, because we now feel like first creating like the land and then saying who has memories here is not as efficient as says, hey, who has memories anywhere? And if you have a lot of memories, then we'll turn the land into NFTs. We feel like that actually is a better order. First with meaning and then location, as opposed to first with location, then see if there's meaning.
That's really nice. I think I was reading in the chat, and there's a few really interesting things going on there, and thank you guys for participating there. One of the things that's been mentioned there that I'd like to hear more about is the Blox Anywhere beta. I think that's kind of what you were just talking about, Yu-kai. So if I walk down the street right now and create a lovely memory, let's just, for example, say it was bursting my tire in a pothole, I could go ahead and put that memory on the chain. Now that block hasn't been drawn yet. What's that mean? And when will my memory be drawn onto a block, and then the city might be able to see that and come and fix that pothole, is what Salim's insinuating.
Yeah. So what we're working towards is, instead of top down deciding where the blocks is created, doing it bottom up. So Kent, as you mentioned, you're driving around the city and you take a memory, you can root it there in that area, and then we will make sure that the blocks is drawn and you get first dibs to mint that blocks. So that is in
cool.
a closed beta right now, and we will expand it later on. But that is the goal, so that it will be bottom up driven, as opposed to us telling the community, hey, this is where the next city is going to launch. It's like, no, if you have a great memory, you can add it in that area, and then we can draw the blocks there and you can mint it.
That's awesome. And you definitely have some willing community members. It looks like we've got people putting memories in all over Italy, apparently, from the looks of this, and a number of other places. So fantastic. So keep an eye out for those folks out there from the OpenExO community.